and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to just do a quick question answer video. I asked you guys a while back for some questions. I didn't get too many questions, but I'll answer the ones that I do have. If you do have any questions for me going forward, just leave them down in the description bar and I'll make the comment section, and I'll leave another video, or I'll do another video for you guys. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just wrote them down. I will start with one. Okay, so Oasis of Beauty asked, have you thought about letting your hair grow back out to its natural color? When you trim your hair, do you trim it or do you go to a stylist? I have thought about going back to my natural color, but here's the problem. The year that I graduated high school was the last year I was my natural hair color. I was 17 years old and now I am 28. So for how many, what is that, 11 years? I've only known myself to have different color hair than my natural hair color. I'm not super opposed to going back dark, but I actually prefer myself with a lighter color hair. I've dyed my hair blonde. I've been even more blonde than I am now. I was like super blonde. I've been red. I've tried purple for a short amount of time. It didn't come out the way that I really wanted it to. I had a vision in my head and it just didn't work. So I just went back down. After the purple, I went to blonde again. And then after the blonde, I went copper. And then after the copper, I just let the copper grow out, which was probably the last color I dyed it before going back to this blondish brown situation going on. I do like how my hair has kind of like an ombre effect, I guess you can say, where it's like super dark roots, the lighter brown, and then like the blondish tips. I'm not sure. Maybe when I don't know. I'm not sure if I go back to my natural color. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. My twin sister right now has her hair, actually hers is kind of like mine. I think she let hers grow out for a while and it's like kind of two-toned-ish, but it's dark. But I prefer us with light hair, so I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Hennessy asked me, favorite time of year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Labor Day. My favorite time of year is definitely the holidays. I really love Thanksgiving. I like the end of the year. I like how it goes from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's, and then we're into, what's after that? Big one, I guess, Valentine's Day. I like how all those are kind of clumped, and then for the rest of the year you can just hang out and do whatever. My favorite growing up was definitely Christmas, because my mom was born on Christmas, and we used to wake up early in the morning and make her breakfast in bed, and then after she would get out of bed, we would badger her to open a gift until my dad was ready to come downstairs, and then we'd all go downstairs and have hot chocolate and open our presents, and then after opening our presents with our parents, we would go down to our grandmother's house and she would have, you know, gazillion presents for us. So I think that's probably one of my favorite time of the year, because you literally have so many memories mashed up into one, and that's actually something I miss going forwards. I don't want to cry. I'm not going to cry. We've had to have, my grandmothers have been passed almost. We're in this time of year where they'll be 7 years departed, I guess you can say. And then also my mom, you know, it's a hard time because it was her birthday, but it's still one of my favorite times of year. I guess I could say that. You make so many memories with your family, your friends, you know. Something to look back on. So in short, definitely the end of the year holiday times. I had a girl ask me a question a long time ago. I should have taken a snapshot of written her name down. I forgot. Wrote her name down? Written her. I should have written her. Should have written her name down. But she said, how did I get into styling and what school did I go to? So I went to school down in Tampa, Florida. At the time, my school was called International Academy of Design and Technology. I went for fashion design and marketing. So I have a bachelor's of fine arts, concentration in fashion design and marketing. I know it's a mouthful. I didn't realize when I was going to school that I would be getting a fine arts degree, but I kind of like that because I could always go into teaching if I wanted to. A while back I thought about going back to teach for a fashion design class at my school. I actually got into fashion design because at the time when I graduated high school, I really loved Betsy Johnson. I thought her story was really great. I really loved Sean John. I thought his, Diddy. I thought that was he had a really cool story behind his fashion, and I really looked up to my teacher at the time, Mrs. Cunningham Cologne, that taught at my high school, and she was telling me how she worked in the industry for so many years, and now that she has a family, she wanted to slow down, so this was her switching gears, was teaching at a school, and it was perfect for her lifestyle, her husband, all that stuff, and I think she has 2 kids now, or 3 kids, but I really looked up to her, and I really liked her story. I thought that was so cool. And she was one of the reasons why I went to design school. Gosh, this is such a long story. But how I got into styling was I decided that I wanted to finish my schooling. I wanted to do, instead of like how normal people go to school is 4 years, not normal people, how the majority of people go to school and it takes them 4 years to get their bachelor's degree. I wanted to get mine shorter, so I graduated school in 3 years with a bachelor's degree, and I decided to do my internship back in New York. I'm from New York. So I decided to do my internship. I live with my sister. I did 2 internships at the same time. I think I spoke about this before. The lady that was my counselor for my internships told me I'd never make it. You can't do 2 internships at the same time. Nobody's ever done it. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You still have to. She was like really being negative, and I was like, listen, once I set my mind to do something, I know I can do it. I definitely can do it. This is what I'm gonna do. So I first, both my internships, I had an internship at Giant Magazine. Since then it folded, but they still have an online site, I believe. And I also worked at BET for the wardrobe department, and I interned under 3 amazing stylists. I still speak to them today, so many years later, and I love them. I learned so much from them. Tex, Ty, and Lindsay. You don't understand. I really love them. At first, I wasn't too sure how I would fit in, but it was a perfect match. I really loved them. I interned for them for 9 months unpaid, and then after that they moved me up to like a junior stylist title, and then after that I just had my own gigs they would send me on. But I really liked it. I definitely had to work hard. When you're in a fashion industry or any industry, entertainment industry, you have to work harder than those that already have their jobs, if that makes sense, to get noticed. And I know my hard work never went unnoticed. I know they really appreciated me, and I really appreciated them because I learned so much. I remember when I started, Tex was like, you always need to have a pen and pad ready, because you never know who's going to ask you to do something. You never know what you have to remember. You never know who you have to call. So you have to kind of be 10 steps ahead of everybody else, and you have to listen more than you speak. And I was like, even though I don't really speak a lot, like if you were to... Obviously, because I'm speaking to a camera, I have to be saying something, or I'm going to be sitting here like this, but she's like, you kind of have to just be a fly on the wall and see what other people are doing and see where you could fit in, and that's it. So that's kind of what I did when I was there. Styling is very hard, and it's a lot of work. A lot of people think it's like, no, you go shopping. It's a little more than that. But I really like it. It is definitely a hard industry to get in and stay in, but once you're in and you constantly have work, you're in for a while, So that's it for styling, I guess you can say. And with my degree, I could do so many different things. So yeah, I guess I can move on. I hope that makes sense. It should make sense, but I'm not sure. When I watch it back, we'll see. And Purple Dove asks me, when are you going to have a baby and what's holding you back? Whew. This is actually a really loaded question, if you guys care. If you would have asked me, when me and David first started dating, if I wanted to have kids, I would have said I want to be married by 25, have kids by 26. But so much has gone on over the past how many years that... as a couple, we both just decided kids are forever. We don't really have to have kids right now. I will tell you that I probably was a little more ready maybe a year ago, around the time a year and a half ago, around the time my mom got diagnosed. I actually wanted to be pregnant that summer, but emotionally I knew I couldn't be 100% there for a baby, for my husband, for my sister, and even for myself, most importantly. I knew that that was a stress that I emotionally had to be stable. And I didn't want to put myself in a position where it's like, ugh, why did I get pregnant? You know what I mean? So, with all of that said, we definitely do want to have kids. At first, I wanted to have 4 kids. I said, if my mom can do it, I can do it too. And then, after babysitting my sister's kids, I was like, 2's enough. So I think I want to have 2 children. If the Lord blesses me with 2, I'll be happy with 2. I do want, ideally, to have a boy and a girl, but if we have a boy and a boy, a girl and a girl, you get what you get. You know, and I just feel as though, I'm so close to my niece, Alea. You guys know Alea. I'm so close to her that if I do, or I am blessed with 2 boys, I'm fine with having 2 boys because I have my little girl. I love her. You guys don't understand. I really love Alea. Like, I feel like she's my own, but she's not. But she is. But I think that answers the question as well. It's a lot. It's a lot. Kids are definitely a lot. You can't return them once you get them. And I just wanted to be mentally prepared, financially prepared. I want my body to be correct. I wanted to be at a certain weight and at a certain physical goal that I have in mind for myself before I decide to get pregnant, because I know once you get pregnant, you have a baby, it's hard to get back down to your pre-pregnancy weight, and I want to maintain a certain figure for myself. You know, I know people are probably going to say that's vain or whatever it is, but that's just my story. That's just the person I am. I know to live a healthy lifestyle and all these things. I wanted certain things to take place before I decided to go down that route. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, what is that, 4 questions, 5 questions that I answered? I don't want to chew your ear off too much. Maybe we could do a Snapchat. I do have a Snapchat. I can leave that down below as well. You guys can snap me some things. And ow! You guys can follow me on Snapchat and snap me some things. I don't know how you say it. And we can do a little dialogue that way, and I'll show you guys on camera. But hopefully all is well with you guys. Like I said before, if you have any questions for me, just leave them down below. And hopefully you guys are having a blessed and beautiful week. Please remember to be blessed, well-dressed, and not stressed. And I shall see you in the next one.